Oof, girl, I just went live. Literally, just went live. Hello, folks. Um, Give me 1 second. Hey, Lisa. I cannot stand the fact that this is not working right when I need it to. Sorry, guys. As you heard, I got a phone call literally right when I went live. Dang. 1 second, TikTok. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, TikTok. I'll be right back. Dang. Okay. All right. So, all right. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. But literally at the same moment that I just went live and the countdown stopped, my phone rang. And so, yeah, I was trying to, and this person doesn't usually call me. So I was checking to make sure everything was okay. So, yep, Be Action, that is where we are. So, welcome. Glad you guys are able to join so that we can have a conversation today. As you can expect, this topic might bring us some trolls and some folks that won't be pleased, but that's okay. We're here to talk about things that matter. So, that's what we're going to focus on. What's up, Robin D, in the place to be? Hey, Aline. Hi, Susan. Hi, Sandy. Hi, everybody. Sorry that I missed saying hi to everybody like I normally do, but literally my phone rang right when I went live. So I wasn't able to do that. So you do hear the kiddos in the background. As you all know, there are huge storms coming all throughout the country, all throughout the South and up the coast. And so we are in the path of those things, as are quite a few states. And so they have school canceled for tomorrow. So they don't need to be in bed, and I'm not really going to fuss with it tonight. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Yeah, of course. Of course. What do you mean? Hold on 1 second, TikTok. Okay, apparently something just happened. And it's really important. So somebody keep an eye out and let me know when Sunny comes in, please. The winds in Chicago have been awful, I bet. So I'm going to see what Sunny has for us. Sunny said that something really urgent has happened and she needs people to be aware of it. So she's going to come in and talk, and then we're going to get to this subject matter. I'm going to be really transparent and tell you that the reason why I wanted to dive into this particular subject is because there has been such an increase in Islamophobia and anti-Muslim rhetoric. What's up, my advice? From people in the, hey girls, not so loud, please. From people in the GOP. Hella, Allah, shak. Hey, Belle, can you bring me the chargers over here, babe? And I feel like we need to provide a little bit of balance and perspective so that people know exactly what's going on. But let me bring Sunny up first and let her share with me what's going on. What's up, Sunny?
Hey, how you doing?
Girl, I don't know. It depends on what you're about to say.
I like it. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. And I'm sure there's folks on here who have seen me, know me, reached out to me,
Mila,
and
I need the chargers.
I need y'all help because my husband died yesterday. And he died because VA did not get him the meds that he was supposed to have. His life, remember I told you his life-saving medication when the premiums went up?
Yes.
And I had to get rid because they doubled and we couldn't afford it.
Yep.
And we switched over to Champ VA. And then Champ VA took so long to remove the primary insurance from his record They took so long to remove it. And then his doctor's office was submitting his medications. They wouldn't cover it. I had to call. He had to call for them to expedite getting that insurance off of his records so that he could get the life-saving anti-rejection meds that he needed. It didn't happen. And then Friday, he called and told them, I need my meds. Then they told him, they sent him some, and then they told him the specific 2 that he needed, they couldn't give it to him because they needed his doctor to get in touch with them. The doctor was calling and calling and calling. No one called the doctor back from the VA. Friday, he called him and told him, I need my meds. I'm a heart transplant patient. I can't be without them. I told him. That was Friday morning. And by Saturday at 5 o'clock, he was gone. He went to the store. He collapsed walking out of the store. And he died. Because they wouldn't give him his medication that he needed, and he was without it for at least a week because they played games with him and wouldn't do what they were supposed. Expediting in 7 days. That is not expediting.
No.
That's not expediting. And the VA had been paying his medication since he had his heart transplant 2 years ago. They knew he was on these meds. And then I found a letter today that said they wouldn't give it to him because they said he was double dipping. How the fuck is he double dipping? And requested his doctor to call. And when the doctor called, no one would respond to his doctor. And now he's gone. Then my husband, we tried to get life insurance for him. The traditional life insurance wouldn't insure him because of his heart. And so my husband tried to get mortgage protection just for the house so that if anything happened to him or me, at least the mortgage would be paid off. So he found a company and it said that it was mortgage life insurance protection. Well, come to find out, that's not what it is. So now I don't even have the money to pay off the mortgage. And they had been taking his premiums for 2 months, but he had to die in an accident in order to get it. They won't cover sickness or disease. So he, for 2 years, has been paying this thinking that I would be covered and okay, and it's not okay. So the VA failed him. His insurance failed him. And then this predatory mortgage, whatever, failed.
Yeah.
And I'm so pissed right now because we begged, we pleaded, we called for the VA to help him, to get him his meds. And it didn't happen. The one that he needed to save his life, he didn't get.
There are no words, baby.
So now, I'm trying to figure out what to do now.
Right. You guys, True Blue's already been muted. Okay. Just relax, folks. The mods already took care of it. Okay, so you know, I can help in terms of get the word. I got some folks for you to talk. You know the mechanism in which I can help you. I wish I could put my arms around you.
My sister.
I know. So yeah, let's do that tomorrow. I can give you a call if assuming, these storms coming through here, assuming I got power, and then I'll be able to, we'll chat, and I'll put you in touch with some folks that would be happy to shine a light for you. A real bright, bold ass light. We can do that.
Because it's not fair, and nobody else should have to go through what my husband went through.
No.
Nobody.
No. There's no excuse. And this is the thing that people don't get when we talk about, the impact of what is happening. Yep, I can do that, Titus. They're asking me to put like your pay apps or your if you have anything set up, we can do that, right?
My sisters are setting up a GoFundMe, so whenever they do that, and I hate to ask.
No, but it's not you didn't ask. We asked. We didn't. You didn't ask. You didn't ask.
I know.
Yeah. So as soon as it's set up, you just let me know, and we'll do what we do. But in my brain, I'm already thinking. I'm thinking of a couple of healthcare reporters, and then I'm thinking of a couple of other things. So I know y'all got it. I know you're gonna be looking at attorney. I know you're gonna do all the things because they. Yeah. I know all of that. I think the thing that people need to understand is that when you have an administration that comes into office and guts staff and gets rid of people, delays cost people their lives.
Yeah.
Delays cost people their lives. And I knew it was something. Listen, when you go live and it counts down, literally that bitch said 1 and my phone rang and I was like, really? And that's when I was like, girl, I just went live, and I knew as soon as I said something not great has happened. I knew something not great. There's nothing to say. I can't, here's the thing. I have stopped saying to people, what can I do? Because there ain't shit. Like, what can I do? Everything that I feel for you, you already know. Everything that I hope for you, you already know. Everything that I can help you do, you know what I mean? But when you figure out if there's any other thing that you figure out on how we can be of service, you just need to let us know. We will happily rally all the way around you.
Whenever they put that together, if people can just share it, because we're telling his story. I'm also my sister's gonna do a video, his journey from, when he had the surgery. My husband was doing so good. He was doing everything that he was supposed to be doing.
Right. Yeah.
And
we'll set up a Zoom. Hey, Michael, we'll set up a Zoom. We'll set up like an actual broadcast, but also a live. And then I was just on Sirius XM on Friday night. So I want to reach out to them and see if there's anybody, like whether it's John or Michael or Dean that might have you on. And then I just have some other thought processes as well.
I would appreciate it.
Of course. It's insane.
Yeah. And I'm pissed. I'm mad. All the things that you would think I would be going through. Yeah.
Of course you are.
And touching his shoes, and he's supposed to be here. He was not supposed to die, especially when he was doing. And here's the really shitty part. He just had a checkup 3 days ago and blood work. He literally just had a checkup. And there were no signs that anything was wrong. I had just got home from getting my hair done. I had less than an hour before he died. didn't even know it.
Yeah.
He came in the room and he said, we joked, we laughed. He talked about how he was going to come home and ravish me later. And then he said he was going to the store. He was like, I'll be right back. And he never came back. And then the cops, the sheriff's department showed up.
Wow.
And I thought, when they came to the door, I thought it was strange.
Yeah.
They said, do you know Darion? And I'm like, yeah. And they asked to come into the house. And I'm like, well, that's weird.
Right.
Then I was thinking, what the fuck did he do?
Right.
And so they were like, well, can we come in? And I said, sure. So then he came in, and then he came into my house, and then he started coming in my house and looking around. And I'm like, okay, now I'm thinking, are you looking for my husband?
Right.
And so I said, well, can you, because I was by the door, and I said, can you come back over here? And then he goes, can you sit down? We need you to sit down. And I'm like, no, I don't want to sit down.
Right.
And they said, we really need you to sit down. And so then I started to freak.
Yeah.
And I said, no. I said, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Was he in an accident? What happened? And he said, I really need you to have a seat. And I said, just tell me what is wrong. Did he have an accident?
Yeah.
Said, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but he collapsed coming out of the door. And he's gone. And I fell to the ground. They caught me. And then the first thing that popped in my head was, he didn't have his meds. We were fighting with them to get his meds. We literally was just on the phone with them Friday, telling them he needed them to call his doctor. The doctor has been calling. Call the damn doctor so they could fill the prescription.
This is, folks, I need for y'all to understand, this is the impact of what happens. It should not be this way. Her husband should be here. We should not have systems that fail us.
And what's even worse, because I said he had been getting it from CVS before the whole switchover thing. So I said, well, can we go back to CVS and get it?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, we can go to CVS. That was $200 and something. I said, well, what's the something? We'll pay for it. We'll go get it. Well, he called CVS.
Yeah.
And CVS told him the same thing. We can't give it to him without talking to the doctor.
What the fuck?
Well, exactly. What the fuck?
If there's a prescription, why do you need to talk to the doctor?
Because they said he was double dipping. He had 2 anti-rejection medications, and he had 1.5 milligrams for each of the medications. Well, they don't make a 1.5. So the doctor had to write him 2 scripts, one for 1 milligram, one for 0.5 for both medications. And they said that was double dipping. Well, I'm sorry that you don't have one pill that's 1.5.
Right.
And why are you questioning his doctor? If the doctor says he needs it, he needs it.
That's my thing, is with insurance companies. How the fuck do insurance companies think they know what a heart transplant patient needs more than the doctor does?
Exactly. I told my husband, I said, why are they questioning the doctor writing you this prescriptions? I don't understand. Why are they questioning it? And I said, you've been getting the meds for the last almost 2 years. Now all of a sudden there's an issue? That makes no sense. And if you're saying, and then I found a letter where they spelled it all out.
Right. And
I found that today. This is why we're not giving it to you, because the doctor's double dipping, and we need him to call. Okay, so now the doctor's calling. Why are you not calling the doctor back?
Because they don't have enough damn staff to call people back. That's why.
That part.
That's why. Because they don't have enough staff to call people back. That's why. I thought about you the other day when I saw the Wall Street Journal article that the government wants to take guardianship over homeless veterans. I thought about you the other day. I
Yeah,
thought
that's
about,
a no-go.
yeah, and I said, absolutely not. That's exactly what I said. And that's your sister that lives around this way, right? Or your sister from this way is coming there?
Oh, just yes, that's her.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yes, on the road drove down this morning.
I figured as much. I figured as much. Okay. So you got a lot going on, sis.
Yeah. So tomorrow I've got to go to the funeral home and talk with them about his arrangement. He just wanted to be cremated, so it's not like I have to, plan a whole big funeral. He didn't want that. He did donate his corneas, so they're gonna take his corneas, and then I'll get him cremated in about 2 weeks because they said that's about how long it's gonna take, for them to be able to do it with the legal stuff and death certificate and whatever else they need to process it.
Right. For those of you guys that are joining, because I'm live everywhere, Sonny. Our TikTok family knows you, but for those that are on Substack or Facebook or YouTube, so this is our friend Sonny, who's also a veteran like myself, and her husband is a heart transplant recipient. And when the One Big Beautiful Bill was passed, and they refused to extend the healthcare subsidies, those healthcare tax subsidies. And everybody's premiums went through the roof, and they could no longer afford their premiums. They went through Champ VA because she's a veteran, so that her husband could still get the anti-rejection medicines that he needs to live. Without those medicines, her husband cannot live. And so for over a week, they have been trying to get the VA to remove, like it still showed that he had a different primary insurance and Champ VA. And so they needed to get the other one off. And then they needed to verify the dosage and why the prescriptions were written the way they were. But his doctor was calling, she was calling, he was calling. Nobody at the VA was calling the doctor back. And then they were saying, no, listen, we are not going to, we'll give you these, but we won't give you these. Well, these are the ones we need to fucking live. So today, how old was your husband, Sonny?
He had just turned 50 in January.
So her 50-year-old husband left today to go to the grocery store. And yesterday to the grocery store, and collapsed on the way out and did not make it. And so now she's a widow, and her husband is gone because, and if you backtrack it all, there's so many pieces to it. Well, you can talk about the massive layoffs and the reduction of staff at the VA. You can talk about not renewing the tax healthcare subsidies for the ACA. All of those things contributed to the fact that her husband is no longer here. As a direct, so people act like there are not going to be real life consequences for this, for what some people are going, I don't talk politics. This not, I promise you, this don't feel like fucking politics to her right now. This doesn't feel like politics. Yes, baby. Yes, you can. Right? So while people don't want to talk politics, and I don't want to upset a family member, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that, her husband is no longer here. This is her life. And this is a very real thing. And we knew this was going to take place. Not for her specifically. We hoped not for her specifically, but we knew that as a result of these cuts, people are going to die. It's really that simple. And every part of the system failed her. Every part of it did. I'm sorry, sis.
Thank you. I'm reading the comments. Thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate everybody's comments and prayers and love and all of that. It's welcomed. It's appreciated. It's hard. It's hard. We had, we were building our patio in the back, our dream patio in the back, and we had plans to, once it was done, we were DIYing, and we had plans once it was done to kind of just, chill and sit. bar, we had plans.
Yeah.
I had finally just got him to say that he wanted to move out of the country because he was so against it in the retirement years. Finally, there were so many things that I wanted him to try and do, and I finally talked him into it, and now it's all gone.
Yeah. So it's going to be a bit of a ride. You know that. Right now you're in the I got to do this, and this mode. And at some point that's going to quiet down. And when that quiets down, you let me know. And whatever we need to do, we will do. When your sister gets your GFM set up, you let me know. I will distribute it. I will lift it up. We will talk about it. If you want to, I know she's going to do the video of your husband's journey. If you want to send it to me, I can include it in the Substack article that I write, and then the things that I share with some other folks. But I will put you in touch with some folks.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because I want the story told, and they've got to do better. There's nothing they can do about my husband, but there's a lot of other husbands out there that they can do better for.
Yeah. Have you, well, no, because it's the weekend. Her sister is setting up her GFM. Her sister is setting it up. And y'all listen, Sonny is one of the smartest people I know. And I can promise you, I know some of y'all are like, she needs a lawyer. She knows. I can promise you, she knows. There's on that front, she knows they will be on it. On that note, they will handle it. I just know Sonny is going to be very put together in this moment because she got things to do. And then y'all know how that works. That's when it quiets down. It's not the immediate part. It's when it quiets down and everybody leaves and whatever, that's when it's going to hit. And so that is when the community really needs to be available. And so, yeah. And then we will do absolutely everything we can to make sure that people know. I'm up here thinking right now, because you live in Florida, girl. A lot of your people fucking suck. So I'm up here thinking, because really what you need, and I know he's not yours, I would contact oh my gosh, hold on. I can tell you. There. This is what I wanted. All right. So Sheila McCormick. Her last name is hyphenated. It looks like Sher Phyllis McCormick. She is Florida District 20's U.S. Congressional Representative. She sits on the House Veterans Affairs Committee. You need to reach out to her. They need to get you in Congress, and you need to testify in front of the Veterans Affairs Committee about how this system failed your husband. That is the route, because she's in your state. She's on the committee. You're a veteran. It was the VA. That's your path. And that's what we need to make happen. So I'll send it. Yep. I'm going to send it to you all in a text. I'll give you all of her information. I will help you draft up a little letter. I will call her ass tomorrow. But that's what needs to happen. The same way that they have all of these other people, this needs to be on the congressional record, because you can tie every single bit of it back to, all of it comes back to the one big barbaric bill. Had that never happened, had you not lost your healthcare tax subsidies, had your premiums not gone through the roof, and you not had to be able to afford it, if you didn't have to switch to Champ VA, your husband would be here.
Yeah. If the premiums had never gone up, I would have kept that insurance, and we would have been moving along the way we have been doing for the last 2 years. It is only because of that change that everything got screwed up.
Yeah. And that's the point that needs to be made. They're up there playing games with people's lives, holding out. Oh, well, what about the government shutdown? And how long do we have to have it shut down? And maybe we'll do it for this, and maybe we'll do it for that. And in the meantime, it impacts the lives of real people, real human beings with families that love them, that adore them, that are making plans with them. Yeah, baby. Yeah, come here. You want to say hi to Miss Sunny? She says no, this is Mila. She's gotten so big, Sunny. She just turned 5. Get up here.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Say hi, Miss Sunny.
Yes, I'm.
Hi. I haven't seen you in a minute.
I know. She's gotten so big. She's in she's in pre-K now. She's been gonna start kindergarten. Yes, you can. I know. Yeah.
Awesome. I can't wait to have grandbabies.
I know, girl. It's coming.
You won't have any grandbaby. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
You won't ever get to meet any of his grandkids. Not fair. He's only 50. It's not fair.
No, it's not fair. It's not, sis. It's not. It's not, baby.
So I just want, I knew, I said, I was just sitting here, and then I was like, Danny can help me get in front of the right people.
Yes, ma'am.
My brain is like, who to call, who to, because I need people to know it should have never happened.
Right. It should have never happened. No. Yeah. I want the video your sister's doing, and then if you can just send me pictures, just like a few of them, and then I'll tell you, we'll help make it happen in Congress. Yeah, that definitely needs to happen. My brain is thinking going a mile a minute because there's crossover with different reporters. Yeah. I really want you all to know. This is why people need to understand it is not politics. It is not Republican versus Democrat. This is our lives. This is our lives every day. And what they do up there in that damn Congress where they barely fucking work, where they get all their paid time off, where they have the best insurance in the fucking country, right? Congress, half-ass working, but they got the best insurance in the damn country. Meanwhile, they're playing with other people's lives. And I'm not trying to be whatever, but y'all, this is why we have Luigi. It's this kind of shit right here that creates a Luigi, right? And people are tired of it. People are tired of corporations being placed above people, profits being placed above people, fucking political parties being placed above people. People are tired of it.
Predatory insurance companies.
Hell yes.
Marry the fine print where and people are not going to be looking for that. And you put in big print what you want people to see, because that's what he glommed onto for the mortgage. So
I'm going to tell you right now, too, it's going to be AOC specifically because CVS is also involved. I don't know if you saw when the CVS person was in front of Congress and AOC questioned them. Did you see it? I'm gonna send you the link, Sonny, because the monopoly that CVS has on pharmacies, and not just like this part of the pharmacy, but this part of it and this part of it and this part of it, it's insane. They are literally trying to fight a bill right now in Tennessee. But it also needs to be known because CVS is who was fulfilling his prescriptions before. So they were giving you the medication before. There was no double dipping before. What's the fucking problem? Just simply going back and getting it. And so that is the second layer of the conversation that needs to happen. And fucking, what's his name? Doug Collins sitting his ass in front of Congress just a week ago. And they said to him, is the VA fully staffed? I mean, well, we could always hire people. That's what he said. We can always hire people. We always need people.
No, we're not fully staffed.
No,
We're not.
Not in any way, shape. And let me tell y'all, that's the other thing that makes this even more insulting for Sunny is she fucking works for the VA. She works for the VA. Can you imagine serving your country, working at the VA, and then it's the VA that will not give you your husband's medication, and then your husband dies? She works for the fucking VA.
I knew the avenues to go to, and it didn't even fucking work for me.
Right.
That's, the really shitty part. When I stop and think about it, and I know the ins and out of the VA, and it didn't even work for me.
Right. And that just goes to show you, if it didn't work for her, that was the thought I immediately have. I said, well, shit, if it didn't work for Sunny with the VA, the average person, the average veteran would have no clue on how to approach it, on what to do, on who to call, any of that.
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you, I know I keep repeating it, because as soon as she gets it set up, as soon as she gets that GFM set up, you let me know. And we will make sure that we post it in the Discord, and I will post it throughout my socials, and I will have the pictures with it and the whole nine. And then in my brain, I keep thinking, he absolutely will. That one might happen.
If you can't donate, if you can share it just to get his story out there, that would be so helpful too.
So I am interviewing the Jerry Green. She's a candidate for governor in Tennessee on Tuesday. Because tomorrow I'm going to have them storms rolling through. So Wednesday, do you want to come on, and we will talk about it in more depth, and I'll make sure to be able to tell people to come and listen. And I've got literally a couple of, Jody came in and said members of Congress should be on Medicare. Fuck yeah, Jody. I'm all about that. Absolutely. She's down in Florida, Nene. She's in Florida. Yeah, that would be amazing, Shantae. That would be amazing. Yeah, I'm yeah. I'm sorry, baby.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, yeah, I'm like, what can you do now? Do what I need to do for him. He has 4 children.
Yeah.
Of course, they're devastated.
Yeah.
A lot of friends, a lot of people that I didn't even know that he knew. A lot of friends and things like that. That trying to make sure everybody that needs to know knows. He had a pretty big family like I do, and trying to get in touch with everyone. I ended up getting into his. Don't ask me how I knew how to get into his phone. Listen, my brain had to remember, because he had facial ID or something on there, and he's deceased. So he had just got a new phone. I'm gonna tell y'all this. He had just got a new phone, and he bought an iPhone. Mm-hmm. And literally Thursday, he came and he was like, I don't like this fucking iPhone. I'm going back to my Samsung. They're mailing this new phone to him. He didn't like the iPhone. I said, I told you not to go. Why did you leave Samsung? I told you not to get a freaking iPhone. So with his phone being new, he didn't have some of the features, the fingerprint. He didn't have those things set up, because he literally had just got the phone and was playing with it on Friday. And so when I went to the hospital, to see him and sit with him. And I was like, okay, where's his phone? So I thought, okay, maybe he had time to put the facial recognition on there. So I like did his eyeballs like this because, you know, they were closed. And I freaked my sister out when I did that. And so then it wouldn't open. So now I'm like, I look and I said, fuck, he's got a password on here, right? So I'm like, I don't even know what the fucking password is. Like, how am I going to get to the phone? Because all of his contacts are there. I don't know who to call. Other than his mother, I was like, I don't have some of the kids' numbers. I don't have that because I'm only good with one of the baby mamas. And so I know to reach to her. You know, I can reach out to her. I can reach out to his mom. How the fuck am I going to get with somebody else? So then I told my sister, and sometimes I can laugh about some of this stuff, you know, because you know, I have my moments where I laugh about things we've talked about and then I burst into tears. So this was one of those laugh out loud moments. So I was like, I told my sister, I said, 9-6. I said, he had a password with 9 and 6s. I just don't know the order. So for maybe 3 hours, it kept bothering and weighing on me. So I was like, we got home and I picked up the phone. And I said, okay, I know it's a 9 and a 6. So I was like, 9-6, 9-6, 9-6. Boop! The phone opened. I was like, oh my God, that worked. So then I was like, okay, his computer. I was like, well, let me try the computer. So then I was like, 9-6, 9-6. Boop! It opened. Fuck me. So I was able to get into the phone. I was able to get into his computer. And yeah, there was some shocking things in the phone. I ain't gonna lie, there was some shocking things in the phone. But it whatever. I don't even care about that stuff. Because if you were in my phone, it wouldn't be good. So good thing he died before I did, because I wouldn't want that nigga in my phone. So then I got into that. So then I was able to, you know, like get to his Facebook page and post on his Facebook page and let people know, you know, so people thought, because it was him posting.
Yeah.
And so they thought it was, when I would say that, you know, something he passed, you know, I love you, I miss you, I've been posting pictures. So then I see ladies on there and I see, you know, messages and things, women wanting to see him, women wanting to go on vacation with him. So I'm petty as fuck. So what do? I go and I grab pictures from our vacation.
Yep.
When we got married, because some people didn't know we were married. So I'm posting wedding photos. I'm posting vacation photos. Yeah, because I'm petty as fuck. And yes, I am. I'm petty. So I'm like, oh, y'all wanted to do all this stuff with them? Well, let me just show you, right? So I go and post, and my sister's like, no, you didn't. So one chick, because I went on ahead and I said, you know, it's with a heavy heart that I come over here and I say that my husband has passed away. So one chick, she sends a message to her, and I've got my sister's looking at the phone, looking at me being petty, right?
Yeah.
And so a message comes up, and my sister says, somebody named Chantel says, Darion, call me. I said, well, let's call her.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I said, let's call her. Now, I didn't already see messages between him and her, right?
Right.
I call, and now me and my husband have a very unique relationship. Our shit worked for us, okay? Our shit worked for us, right?
Yeah.
And so I called, and I said, hello. And she said, oh, hi. And I said, hi. I said, first, let me just tell you, I've seen the messages. I've seen the pictures. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I said, you know, I said, you loved my husband. I said, and he had love for you. And I said, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
Sonny. I'm so sorry for your loss.
And my sister was like, oh my God. No, you didn't. I said, yes, the fuck I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I said, you know, because like I said, me and my husband had a very unique relationship. Our relationship worked for us.
Yep.
It worked for us. It would not work for anybody else. My husband let me get away with things that no other man would let me get away with, to be honest. But I loved him. Yeah. I loved him dearly, you know. And I'm being real with y'all, because everybody not perfect. My husband was not perfect.
Nobody is.
And neither am I. Truth be told, neither am I. Neither one of us was perfect. But I just thought it was so hilarious to just be just a little bit
just
petty after reading the messages and seeing how, they really wanted they were mad because he wouldn't visit and they couldn't come visit him. I was like, that's because his wife was next to him.
Oh, Lord, I love it. I love it. I love it.
But even with all, I want my husband back though.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
And it was so fitting that I did what I did, and it was a couple of them that I was like, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that you lost him. I told one lady, I said, yeah, we lost him.
We lost him.
We lost him, and I'm so sorry for you. I said, and I know you probably think this is weird. Yeah, you probably think, because I sent a message because he was on the phone with one of them when he passed.
Wow.
And I reached out because I made it to, when I left the hospital last night, I made it to the Dollar Tree where he was because his car was still there. But I needed to know what happened.
Yeah.
I needed to know his last moments. And so the clerk was able to tell me some of his last moments. And then she said, oh, he was on the phone with someone.
Yeah.
And I looked in his phone to see, okay, who was he on the phone with? And I reached out to that person and said, can you please call me? She called me.
Yeah.
She was very nervous about calling me, but I had to let her know. Yeah, I've seen your messages. I've seen the pictures. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Right.
You were on the phone with my husband when he went down. I need you to tell me what happened. What did you hear? And so she relayed it, and it gave me such comfort because he wasn't alone.
Plug up the white cord, baby, please.
He wasn't alone. Somebody was there that actually gave a shit about him. They cared about him.
Right.
And tried to get him help. And there was a customer, because I was like, did anyone do CPR on him when he went down? Someone did. A customer did. It took 911.
I'm good now.
3 phone calls and 30 minutes before they got to him. And the fucking hospital was 5 minutes away. And so is the fire department. Why did it take so long? And then they lied to me and said they got there within 15 minutes.
So let me tell you what you can do. So you can send a FOIA request as his wife. You can actually get the records from 911 from the calls, but you can get them from the ambulance as well. So you can go down and they have all of they have the every minute to minute. Yeah, FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, y'all. Sonny knows what those are, but you can actually use a FOIA and you can get that information from the ambulance office. So you can you can get a recording of it, because girl, I did it when they fucked around, took too long for my mama. I sure did.
You see my sister in the comments talking about, girl, I cannot believe you are telling this. I tell this story, but it don't bother me.
Right. Don't nobody care. Listen.
Don't nobody care. And I find it back. It's funny to me. It's funny to me. And it's so true to who we were to each other and how we were to each other.
Right.
And that doesn't embarrass me. That doesn't make me feel any other way about my husband at all.
Yeah. No.
I loved him, he loved me, and we were perfectly imperfect together.
Right. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. But I literally would I would send those FOIA requests off literally tomorrow. I would call and ask them for the report and all of that from the ambulance, because they have to give you all of that. I would do that. Yes, Jamie, this is because this goes all the way back to the one big barbaric bill and all of the cuts that the Trump administration made. But yes, it's because that he didn't get facts. But I would send up all of that and have it because you want it for what's coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I made a list. I got a checklist, and I'm asking for all the things, because I do need to understand that part of what happened. Why did it take you all so long? Why did they have to call 3 times?
Right.
And I literally bike to to both those places.
Right.
From my house.
Right.
They're literally right up the street and the Dollar General is closer to the hospital and the fire department than my subdivision.
Right. So this has to do with, so a lot of times what happens, okay, so healthcare, that's my thing. So a lot of times, Sonny, here's what happens is when you have hospitals, because are your ambulances owned by the hospital or by the county? It's your county's health. It's
I have no idea who owns the
okay.
ambulance.
So
usually the fire department is the one that shows up.
Yeah, so it's typically your county, right? It's typically your county that has your fire, that has your ambulances. So typically, what would happen is, so this is what can happen with all of the cuts that are happening within healthcare, and when hospitals are trimming shit down so that they don't have to fork out the money, right, and run fully staffed and do all of those things. So then what happens is when they cut specialists from here, or say you have to go to this hospital for like the best gastroenterology, but you got to go over here for this thing and over here. So then what happens is what they call inter-facility transfers, right? And so like back home, our ambulances get tied up doing inter-facility transfers to hospitals that are 30 minutes apart from each other, 45 minutes apart from each other. And then that makes them out of service. They're out of service for emergencies that are happening right then. I would want to know, and you can get this from your county health department. You can find out how many inter-facility transfers they're doing, how many staff they have, like what is like all of that. And you can track it to be able to see all of those things. But I can help you with that when we get on the other side. Yeah,
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. But no. This is ridiculous. Yeah, so somebody
I was like, I hope y'all enjoy story time.
Yes, story time is always good. And you know what? Here's my thing. I'm grateful for the story time because it's enabled you to just be able to laugh a little bit, right? And laughter is good when you're in the middle of grief. And this is what people don't understand about grief is grief has a bunch of different stages and it comes in waves. And you might be laughing 1 minute about a memory or a story, and then smell his cologne and break down and be just in tears the next. Like you got his jacket on, right?
Jacket on, and I sprayed some of his cologne on it just so I could smell him.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. Grief doesn't look the same for everybody, and it comes in waves in different spaces, right? So, but no, so Lisa just said her cousin just dropped their ACA marketplace insurance because this premium went from $300 a month to $1,900 a month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so now they're uninsured. Yeah. It's just,
and if you are really, really sick, or you have any type of, catastrophic illness or something like that, you can't be without insurance.
I said yes.
Make it possible to be able to afford it.
Right. And that's the part that people need to get is that when people say, oh, just get a job, you work. You ain't jobless. You work for the government at that. And it still didn't work. Right?
Yeah.
So these are some more of the graphics that I have to do for you all, but I'm just going to break this down for you. So if I look at, shit, can I do my ABCs? Oh, do I need to? Can you please move your fat ass from in front of me? Why are they missing? She laughing at me because I'm talking to this cat. So like by congressional district, they have broken down by year how many people are expected to unalive because of they're going to be losing their Medicaid. And then there's a whole nother one that shows people losing their ACA versus traditional Medicaid and what that looks like. And people don't understand this is real people's lives, real working people, not lazy people, not people manipulating the system, not people, whatever. Like, I know it makes you feel good about yourself to think that it's somebody that you need to put down, but no, it's not. So this administration can go to hell in a handbasket. Every single one of them.
I'm working full time. I'm working 60 hours a week because I'm doing overtime trying to make sure other veterans get enrolled in VA healthcare. And I've been doing that since June of last year.
Right.
That's how understaffed we are.
That's
We're working
crazy.
round the clock, 60 hours a week trying to make sure other veterans are getting enrolled.
Well, you know, there was a thing that just came out today about how many of doctors are leaving the VA because they are just so understaffed, and it's taking 6 months for veterans to get doctor's appointments. And this is what cracks me up when they talk about, girl, these are Mila's favorite chips, girl. But this is what cracks me. People talking about, oh, universal health care, they wait 6 months. I said, shit, the rest of us waiting 6 months for care too. Like, unless you have, like, if you have something serious, if it is not acute, you are waiting that long to see. I tried to get Mila into a pediatric ophthalmologist, right? Girl, this was in November when I called. The first thing they had available was in May. I said, well, shit, she could be blind by then. Like, the school year is over in May. Yeah. But
I had community care because, you know, they said, oh, community care, you can go outside the day, you know, that's going to be the great thing. Okay, well, guess what? Maybe about a month ago, I got a call from community care about a therapy appointment. And the lady was like, we have a referral for you to do therapy. And I was like, therapy? Therapy for what? And she told me, and I was like, that was what? August, September of last year? I said, I don't even remember what it was for.
Right.
I don't even.
Yeah, girl, I done healed myself. I done healed myself. Y'all took too damn long. Maybe that's the trick. Y'all just gonna make it take so long that we just heal ourselves so y'all ain't gotta do shit.
Right.
Thanks, Tootie. Yeah.
He was like, well, would you like for me to cancel? Yeah, cancel it. Because whatever was wrong, I don't even remember what was wrong.
It is, you know, this is one of those things where you laugh to keep from crying, right?
Yeah, I've been crying so much, I keep giving myself a headache, and I'm popping Excedrin like it's candy. So I definitely need to laugh a little bit more so that I can stop giving myself migraines.
Oh, my friend. Yes, Jim, it is that sunny. So my friend is the one that you answered questions. You and I were going back and forth with specific questions because he's a caregiver. And you helped with the answers that you were able to give him. And I gave him from you through me. He just sent me a message. Oh my God, is that the Sonny from the VA that helped me get my caregiver benefits? Yes, it is. That's because he's watching. Yeah, that's the Sonny. And he said to tell you thank you and to pass on his sympathies and condolences.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's so welcome. And I'm glad that he got what he needed.
He did. And was super, super grateful. He does a beautiful job taking care of his partner, Larry. And it's just, I mean, when I talk about, one day I'll take you to Tennessee with me and we'll go out to their place, girl. And you will see this incredible like homemade garden. And he's Greek, girl. So he does some homemade pesto and cooks up a damn storm and all the good things. And yeah, birds and grass and shit, but real good food and good drinks. Good food and good drinks. Yeah, girl.
Look, I just had a friend of mine. She was like, can I send you some food? She lives in Georgia. She was like, can I send you some food? I'm like, I haven't really had an appetite to eat. So I was like, well, I don't want anything to eat. She was like, well, can I send you some liquor? And I was like, no, I don't really want liquor. My sister was like, girl, take the damn liquor.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, tell her to send the damn liquor. And I was like, I don't want any liquor. She's like, if somebody says they want to send you something, take the damn liquor.
Take it. You will want it later, girl. You will want it later.
And I was like, okay, fine. I'll take some 1800 Reposado. So then my sister went to the door to get it. She came back. She was like, oh, she sent you the big bottle.
Yeah. Take it, girl. Take it. Take all of it.
Yeah, and 100%. So since she's like, I gave her my ID. She went to the door and got it because they had to check the ID.
You hear that cough? That is Bella's lungs.
Oh wow! That sounded rough.
It is rough. So we had a situation where she had an exposure. Anyway, I took her to the pediatric pulmonologist on Thursday because I had taken her in December. I took her on Thursday. In December, her lung function was 90%, which is still within normal range. I took her on Thursday. Bella's lung function is 63%. So we got to put her on a round of steroids. They've ordered a CT scan of her lungs and all the things. So yeah.
And it's everything she needs without delay.
Girl, listen. This is what I will say about her pediatric pulmonologist. She don't play. She does not play. She is on it. We are like-minded when it comes to humanity and people and how things need to be done. So I don't ever worry about it with her. Some of these other people, though, I have to keep my foot on their damn neck. And I will. Yeah. And I will. So, but, shit be shit. So,
yeah.
Okay. Well, you let me know. We will touch base. Okay. And then I literally have been making a list of people that I need to put you in touch with, and things we need to do. I got a little notebook down here. Titan's sit his ass down on half of it, but I'll send you a text tomorrow, like with a recap of all of it. And then, if you're cool with it, I'm going to reach out to some of these particular press people, and then I'll just give them your name and your number, and I will send you a message and tell you this is who they are, this is where they're from, and this is what they're either going to call you or text you or whatever. Okay.
Okay. Any whatever you can do, I'm appreciative of whatever you can do to get this out there.
I got you. Yeah, Shantae's going to keep us updated as well. Yeah. So no, I already am thinking of somebody at KFF. I'm thinking of somebody at NPR. I'm thinking of somebody. I already know. I know Justin directly at the Tennessee Holler. I'm thinking of. I need to see if he's still. I need to see if he's still an editor at the AP or not. But yeah, we'll do what we do. Okay.
Yeah. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you guys and the prayers, the love, the warm wishes, all of the things.
Yes.
And I'll see you again. I'll see you again.
I know, girl. We know. We love you. We love you. Shanta, hold her down. Oh, Mila. I know you will. Go ahead and go ahead and open that bottle. She don't know what she need. Just go on and fix her a shot. She'll be all right.
My husband's name is Darion. Derion. Darion. Black man. Black man.
Yes. Black man. Girl, stop. This is when you know Mila's ass is tired. I'm getting ready to give her nighttime vitamin. Melatonin. That's what she about to get. her nighttime vitamins. Yeah, girl. I'm about to help you out. Okay. Okay, Shantae. All right, girl. Love you much. And yeah, take a breath and I'll reach out to you later on.
All right.
Okay, babe.
Bye.
Bye. Well, yes, girl. Why are you being so loud and crazy? Yeah, get your nighttime vitamins so I can give you one, please. They're over there by the fruit bowl, please. They're over there by the fruit bowl. Yeah. So it feels, nighttime vitamin. And because it's a gummy, right? Yeah, that was a lot and that was heavy. And it almost makes this conversation something that we need to be put off, that needs to be put off until tomorrow. Because right now my brain is in overdrive thinking about all of the people that I need to reach out to on Sunny's behalf. That's all I can think about right now. I'm like, ooh, I wonder if somebody from this would do the story. And then, ooh, I know somebody at this place that would do the story. And then I know, you know what I mean? And it does hit very close to home. And so some of it, Titus, is I don't really let people know some of the contacts that I know. Right? Sometimes I don't say it out loud because people don't need to know. Right? So that's the thing. Bella, come here, my love. Nighttime vitamins. Your husband has had 2 kidney transplants. Yeah. So the biggest thing, one of the things that I want to do tomorrow though is I definitely want to reach out to to that particular member of Congress because of the committee that she sits on. And then I need to look at, so like there's intersectionality in committees, right? So thank you. I looked up and Mila was jumping on my couch. She's sitting down now. But you think about the Veterans Affairs committees, right? Because of that intersection. But then you also think about the Health and Human Services Committee, right? And so there's different committees that we need to, that intersect where the story is applicable across the board. But this is the problem with healthcare, folks. Yeah, you saw the whole look on my face. She said, she was like this. She said, and then just sat down. Yeah. But so okay. So the one part that I do want to share with you all about something, because do you all remember when we were talking about Kevin Roberts' book, and the original title of that? Oh gosh, Robin, sending you lots of love, sis. Do you all remember that when we were talking about Kevin Roberts and the original title of his book? And the original title of his book was Burning Down Washington to Save America. Do you remember that? It was Burning Down Washington to Save America. So this report that I want to go over with you all, hopefully tomorrow, if the storms don't take out my electricity and stuff. So this is a whole study by George Washington University, and it is about Christian identity and white identity, Christian identity, and how it has infiltrated and accompanies the alt-right and extreme right groups, right? And it also is part of what is driving the anti-Semitism, okay? But there was a part of just the introduction that when I read it, it made me think of Kevin Roberts, because listen to what it says. Accelerationism. Has anybody ever heard the word accelerationism? So listen to this. Accelerationism is uniquely aligned with Christian identity militants who embrace the strategy before scholars and T groups even conceptualize the term. It's a complex ideology that became increasingly prominent in discussions around extremism and T-rism. Accelerationism is founded on the belief, listen, y'all, tell me what this sounds like. It's founded on the belief that accelerating the collapse of existing societal systems and structures will pave the way for radical transformation, enforcing the establishment of a new, more desirable society. That is what the Heritage Foundation has been proposing. That is what Israel is attempting to do. That, yes, and that's what he said. He said, you got to burn it all down. It's got to be a controlled burn. That is it. Yes, it is founded on the belief that you have to accelerate the demise of all of it in order to create the society that you want, that is more desirable than what is. And that is why they are so aligned. That's that Christian nationalism, that Christian identity, that's what is driving this. Yeah. So we're going to talk, this document I'm going to put in my link tree. It's 37 pages long. Did she do it on purpose or was it an accident?
By accident.
Okay. Well, you're okay, right?
And it hurt.
Okay, let me see. Where is it? Show me so I can kiss it. Right there? Okay, let me see. Okay. Now listen, remember, when it's an accident, you don't say, Bella hit me on my head, because that's not what happened. When it's an accident, you just say, Tutu, Bella accidentally hit me and it hurt.
No, I mean Bella said on my heel.
Oh, she said on it? Yeah, but it was an accident, right? So you got to remember, when it's an accident, say it's an accident. Don't say it like she meant to do it. But this report, yeah, because they are absolutely part of it. The tech bros are part of it. Yeah, y'all know she is something else, right? But this is why I really want to go over this tomorrow. And I specifically want to dive into it because we need to have a balance. All of this talk about extremist Islam beliefs and whatever, and nobody in this country talks about the extremist that comes with Christian identity and how Christian identity and white identity are often intertwined in the same movement in the alt-right, and they are responsible for a lot of actual attacks. What's up, Cam? And so that's one of the reasons why I want to talk about this, especially as the GOP, we see more members of Congress putting out nasty Islamophobic things on social media with absolutely zero consequences, which is completely unacceptable. This is why I cannot wait for the day when government accountability comes. And that includes impeach, remove, and then prosecute. Like, I'm just saying, it's absolutely wild. Here, Bella, please. Right. And so listen, this is the thing that I really want us to dive into. And so listen, tomorrow I'm going to need all of y'all to put your blinders on, because you know this is going to bring in the trolls and the folks and all the things. So just be prepared tomorrow to not pay them any attention and be ready to come listen and get information and all of that. Here's the one thing that I'm going to ask you all to do. And I don't usually ask you all to do anything for me, but I'm going to ask you to do this because I was so busy getting the For the People project together. And I was so busy with the kids last week and all of the healthcare stuff with them. I am getting ready to create the flyer for my interview with Jerry Green. She is the Democratic candidate going up against Marsha Blackburn for the governor of Tennessee. That is going to be Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please share it on your socials. Please lift it up. Please send it to people that you know, so that people can tune in and hear that interview. So I'm gonna create the graphic and then get it sent out. I will send it out in an email and on my Substack. But it would be great. So everybody in the state of Tennessee needs to be tuned in to hear us. I will go ahead and share with you all what I shared with them, because they did ask me like what were the types of questions that I was going to ask. I will tell you all the things that I said just right off the top of my head. I said, I'm, flexible and I kind of like a natural conversation, but I'm obviously going to ask her about the new piece of COPA legislation that was introduced by Ballot Health and the future of COPAs in the state of Tennessee. I'm going to ask about TennCare and SNAP cuts due to the One Big Barbaric Bill and her plans to help mitigate the impact on folks. I will ask her about balancing the needs of Tennessee folks with everything that is happening nationally and globally. I'm going to ask her take on the extreme immigration legislation that's being proposed in the state of Tennessee. I'm also going to ask her about the expansion of data centers and their impact on communities like the one in Memphis. And then I said, those are the ones off the top of my head. Let me know if you need anything else. And there you go. So those were just, I am interviewing Jerry Green. She is running for governor of Tennessee against Marsha Blackburn. And that's going to be Tuesday, the 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Yep. You're welcome. So I'm going to create the graphic. I'm going to post it on my socials. Please share it out. Please, uplift it so that we can get folks in it. Thanks, Rylene. Those were just the things that I could think about off the top of my head. Because Tennessee has an issue, and Tennessee, I'm just going to keep it 100% real. Tennessee is, in terms of its legislature, it's one of the most extreme, it's one of the most right-wing extremist legislatures in the country. They literally will bow down and lick the feet of Donald Trump. And so it's really important for us to kind of talk about what's happening there and how she as governor would be able to provide checks and balances as to what that legislature is putting through, because they have a super majority, So, yeah. So, and it will be recorded, and I will also put it up on my YouTube and stuff. Yeah, you all are very welcome. Yeah, Memphis is one that you've been looking for. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to tell you guys, Marsha Blackburn, and I'm very transparent about this. I can't stand her ass. I cannot stand her. And when I talk about her, yes, I have very strong feelings, but they're not from a prejudice, right? It's not from a prejudgment. It's because I have experienced her one-on-one, and she isn't shit. She doesn't give a damn about Tennesseans. And so I'm just very direct about that. She didn't help anyone in District 1 when it comes to that damn medical monopoly. She looked me dead in my face and didn't do a thing. And I delivered to her 30,000 signatures from people in that community, and she didn't do shit to help them. So fuck her and Chuck, her little whatever his little her chief of staff was. So I'm very honest about the fact that I don't like her. And so when you hear me talk about her, if it sounds personal, it's because it is personal, but it's also not but, and it's personal based on a direct experience with her and watching her abandon people. Because the same way that we just witnessed Sonny's husband pass due to healthcare changes that politicians made, I have watched dozens of people back home in Tennessee experience horrible negative outcomes and die as a result of the COPA and the medical monopoly that they created in that state legislature. And that's just a given. That's a fact. So yeah, I've looked her dead in her face and asked for her assistance, and she did nothing. So I just want to be very clear about that. Tennessee, y'all do realize Tennessee used to have a Democratic governor. So Amy, she was just on with me, Amy. And do you remember when she was stressing out because of the one big barbaric bill and their premiums went up and she couldn't afford it anymore? And then she was able to get him on Champ VA, but he needed the rejection medications so that he could live. Well, it got him over to yeah, we could talk about it in a minute, but so let me just tell you. So when he switched over Champ VA, they were not taking off his primary insurance. And so it was showing that he had two insurances when he didn't. And so they were asking the VA to expedite it so that they could get the medication that he needs so that he can live. They were saying, oh, his doctor needs to call. The doctor called. Nobody would call the doctor back. And she was like, well, can we just go back to CVS and get it from CVS because that's who's been filling those prescriptions for the last 2 years? She did. And then CVS said, no, we need to talk to the doctor because he's double dipping because of the way that the prescriptions are written. But these are the same prescriptions you've been fucking filling for 2 years. So there's a multitude of breakdowns, right? But when you get back to the original source that has caused Sonny's husband at the age of 50 years old to drop, leaving the grocery store and die because he didn't have his heart transplant medication, it comes back to Donald Trump, the GOP, and the one big barbaric bill and their refusal to extend those tax healthcare subsidies. That's what it is. Yeah, it's horrible. And so this is my thing, folks, like real talk. Yeah, he had a heart transplant 2 years ago. And so literally they were like, but he needs these two specific medications or to live, like he needs them to live. And yeah, no, went over a week trying to get them from the VA. And they failed her. Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, so I'm gonna help get her in touch with some folks who have the ability to help put this out on a national level. And then of course she's going to come back on with me on Wednesday. We will talk about it again. in a little bit more detail and walk through all of the steps and as to how this occurred. And then what I want to do on my part is to connect the dots so that people understand all the players, because CVS matters in this as well. CVS has a freaking monopoly in a lot of ways. She's still in the chat, I think, Amy. And so her sister is setting her up a GFM so that we can all help her, because when he was trying to get life insurance, because he'd had a transplant, nobody would insure him. And then she tried to get one. Her husband was trying to get one so that if he passed, at least it would be enough to pay off the mortgage. And that's what he thought that he bought, only to come to find out that it won't pay because he didn't die in an accident. So now she's there with a mortgage that isn't going to be paid off. And so she's going to have to do everything else. And so her sister's going to set up a GFM, and I'm going to share it out. I'm going to put it in my link tree so that people can, I did, Kimber, I did. And so that people can help her out as they are able to. I know things are tight for a lot of people, but if you have the ability to help out, then obviously that would be an amazing thing to do. Like I told her, you know, Sunny is strong, Sunny is smart, Sunny is brilliant, and Sunny's a human being. So at some point in time, that, you know, the grief is going to hit, and it'll come in different stages. And so we just want everybody to be able to support her and surround her and send her lots of good energy and all the things, right? Yeah, she's the veteran. He's her dependent. Yep. Yeah, Shanta, exactly. So, okay. So let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. Right, Brian, it does hit out of order. So this conversation, I just need to handle, because we've been on here now almost an hour and a half, and I don't want to start it at 9:30 at night. I want to start it like when we go. So yeah, he had Champ VA, Nini. He had Champ VA. Yeah, absolutely, Shantae. Yeah, and we're gonna be there at that time as well. So yeah. Danikins, I am thinking about maybe we can collaborate. Sunny, I don't know if there are things that you can think of, but Sunny, if there are things that you can think of, put together a wish list as well. So like if there are things that you might need, things that will just make life fucking easier for you. If there are meals that you eat, if there are restaurants around that you like food from, let us know, because we can always chip in and DoorDash you food. But you can do an Amazon wish list. You can let us know what restaurants will DoorDash to you. I've got your address. So that's all we got to do. Give me the address. We will absolutely DoorDash your ass some food, and you ain't got to worry about it. Okay. So, yep. We can also do gift cards or whatever. So we can DoorDash, we can gift card. We can have, to be honest, I really don't want to have no groceries delivered, because I don't want you fucking cooking. Somebody already sent the liquor, Sandy. Somebody sent the liquor already, girl. She good. She's good. She got the liquor. So, and they sent her the big bottle, Sandy. They sent her the big bottle. So let me just share this with you all. Okay. So, I don't know if you all have seen all of the storms that are coming, and they're coming up all the way through the South, all the way up through Virginia. I don't know if you all have seen all of them, but they are coming in different waves, these different storms, and they're pretty severe. They're supposed to be so severe that they shut down school here in anticipation. So having said that, I am going to I'm going to be charging all of my stuff tonight. And let me say this. If it's not that bad and I am able to go live tomorrow, I will do that. If the storms are really bad, obviously I will not be live. Okay. Yeah. No, we literally are looking for not just storms, but a possible tornado and different stuff like that. So yeah, 75-mile-an-hour winds coming to Jay Nice. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. So if I don't go live tomorrow, you will know that it is because of the storms that are coming through. Yep, Amy, 80-mile-an-hour winds. Yes. So, but if I'm good, then you are too. School's closed. Yeah. So, just saying that to you guys. Okay. So I'm going to be charging everything. We've got shit here. So we're good, I think, in terms of that. But yes, everyone be safe, take appropriate precautions. And then, damn, Beach Bum Wannabe, she said her roof is blown off already. Yeah. And y'all know we ain't got no damn FEMA, right? I'm just saying. Just saying. Yeah. So everybody make sure that you take appropriate precautions. I'm in the South, Brian. Damn, Red Hot says she got shingles in the yard. Yeah. Yeah, Katzmandu. NC is preparing for some of the worst. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, Tara, I can answer that for you because I have two that I showed here the other day. But yeah, I will send it something. It's multiple storms. So if you go to my Facebook, guys, I shared what one of the meteorologists. Why couldn't I say that damn word? He was sharing it, and he showed a visual of the path of the storms as it's coming up all the way. Hold on. I can just show y'all shit. I'm acting like I can't show you nothing. What in the world am I doing? I don't know what in the world. I don't know why I couldn't say nothing right now. I'm like, what am I doing right now? Okay. So let me share. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys. Yeah. Oh, I'm not, Jay Bird. It's a whole region. So I actually shared it for all of my friends that I know in the Carolinas. You got to remember, I used to live in Charlotte 10 years ago, and I have tons of friends in that area. And so that's the reason that's the reason that I shared it earlier. So let me just show you. Well, sweet baby Jesus. So if you can see, they've got low and then medium and then high. So see all my Charlotte people? And then this is Columbia, South Carolina. This is Raleigh, Durham. This is Wilmington. And then you can see this is the severe weather. This is the damaging winds. So look, this is all of the North Carolina, Charlotte. So Raleigh, Rockfish, Florence. This is extreme, right? This is the tornado threat part. It goes up to 15%. So this is Columbia, South Carolina. This is Charlotte. So it's 10% up through here. And then the other one is the damaging winds risk. So 60% is in the Raleigh-Durham area. 45% is Columbia. And this will come all up through. So from Columbia, you'll come all the way up through the Lancaster, Fort Mill, Rock Hill into the Charlotte area. That's all of this area. So 45% of damaging winds. And then this is the 30%, 15, and 10. So you get it. Yeah, so like it's really, really bad. And this is the large hail probability. And you can see this is the large hail probability coming up, the 15%, and that's the entire metro area. So this is why I shared it, because like I said, I used to live in Charlotte many, many moons ago. And so hold on one second. Yeah. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let me see if I can pull it up nationally. It's huge, y'all, by the way. And it's not just one storm. This is the thing that I want people to know, is that it's not one storm. And oh girl, yeah. Charlotte is in the absolute thick of it. In the thick of it. So let me see if I can show you a good map that gets all of them. So this one might do it. Okay, I'm going to open this one, and then I'm going to open, hold on, y'all. This one. All these damn color-coded maps. Okay, so let me just show you guys real quickly. Sorry, over here. I'm going to say share this tab instead. So let me show you guys this one. So this one kind of gives you an idea, right, of it's coming from Florida all the way up through Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, DC, New York, all the way up. This was from 13 hours ago. And it's multiple. This is multiple. So see the tornado threat all down around in here? I can't talk right now. But yeah. So this is why I was saying, if I'm not live tomorrow, y'all will know why. Oh my Jesus. Okay, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta take this, okay? Love you all, mean it. Bye. I need to figure out how to do this. And hold on a second. Hold on. Don't talk. Don't talk. Don't talk. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my word. Hey.
Hey.